iPower One.
iPower One.
Your online media connection since 2007.
What's up, everybody? Mickey Montez here, back with iPower One Radio. Happy to be here. Look at where we are. If you do not recognize that artist behind me, that man, that legendary, look at that. The one and only Big Pun. We finally made it. We've been trying to get here for quite some time now, but Christopher Lee Rios, he just, you know, one of the best that ever did it. And I don't care what anybody says. When you mention hip-hop, you can't mention hip-hop without mentioning Big Pun. And that's a fact right there. So I feel honored being here. Gone way too soon, of course, age 28. Rest in peace, Big Pun. But listen, man, we're out here doing our thing. Happy to have a very special guest on our show today. Here he is. Without further ado, we got to do a little chicken wing. You know what I mean? It is. There it is. Yes. When I looked this place up, you know, it was like a place of worship. You know what I mean? We have a lot of people driving by, right? They're like, "Yo, this is history, right?" Like,
this is history, man. He's a legend in the game, man. He put it down in the '90s, man. We lost him in early 2000, and people still talking about Big Pun, man. So, respect to him. He's one of my favorites, one of my sister's favorites. So, I mean, can't forget the twins. Shout out to Fat Joe, Terror Squad, all of them.
Not you again. Go that way. I mean, there's so many classic punchlines that Big Pun had, but you know,
I just crushed a lot.
Yeah.
The raw version. Know the raw version of that, but we can't.
Pack it, act. Pack it, act. Pack it. Yeah, dude. I mean, that song comes on and just gets me hyped up. So, yeah. We've been getting nothing but love out here, huh?
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of love, man.
I mean, we started out in
New York, man.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place, man. This is one of the best cities in the world, man.
Absolutely.
A lot of people come out here.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be here with you. Let me tell you, it's an honor to give you this interview. Long awaited. You know, we've been wanting to do this. Del and I have been looking to work together for a very long time now, so it's finally manifested. I get to interview this individual right here, a leader in the community. Let me tell you that, consistent, professional, and really looking to open up some doors to any kind of artists out there. I mean, we're not discriminating against any music genre, any type of skin color, any type of religion. It's okay to have different religion and political views on people that you work with, including family. So thank you for being out here.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Hey, thank you very much, man.
All right. So, you know, let's talk about New York. How do you feel to be back in the greatest city in the world where dreams has happened?
I'm happy, man. I just wish we can be out here a little longer. There's so much to see, so much to do, man. Even with this pandemic, man, it's still, you know, you still see a lot of people out here, beautiful people out here. Shout out to everybody out here from everywhere, man. Everywhere, from all the boroughs. We're in the Bronx now, man. Like I said, this is where the legend is born. Thanks to Fat Joe, like I said, and, you know, putting together, seeing that dream, seeing this man's vision, man. So now we get to, one of my favorite ones was the Super Lyrical song. He spit on, man, so many hits. We could talk about Pun forever, or New York, period. We was just at the Biggie mural, too. So, man, this is where these is where legends are born. Yo, you want me to take over? Or he wants you to take? He wants you to take.
It's all good. It's all not, because I feel the energy coming from you here.
Man.
I mean, I really, can you feel his energy right now? Because being in New York, I mean, how do you see yourself working with artists in New York? I mean, we've just hit a couple of spots, but give me a little bit about your vision, what you would like to do with artists here in New York.
Man, I've always wanted the opportunity to work with some of the legends in the game. KRS-One, which is from the Bronx. Fat Joe. Let me see, Fabulous, for those that don't know. Jadakiss. I mean, maybe who knows if these guys would ever work with me, but that would be my dream, to work with those type of artists that's been consistent and been putting it down in the game for a very long time, and still relevant to this day. You know what I mean? So shout out to those artists. But yes, I would love to work even new artists from New York. You know, I would even want to perform out here, man. That's always been my dream, to perform out here, because New York is kind of tough. You got to come with it here. You can't just come with no half, you got to come with it. You got to come with it. So,
I mean, you got the passion for it, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely, and it probably would be even more, because this is the Mecca where everything started, right here. They say it started from the Bronx, right? Started in the Bronx. So if it wasn't for the Bronx, we know the rest. So shout out to the Bronx. Shout out, like I said, to all the boroughs of New York. I have a lot of love and respect for New York, in the artists here and what they've done, and they spread that love throughout, other cities, to let us know that dreams do come true. Anything's possible if you believe in it. Believe in yourself first.
So everything that New York has made happen, everything plus, you want to bring some more to that table, because you named some heavy hitters right there, and I respect that for you, for giving those shout outs to those artists right there. Those names go without saying that they have the respect out here in New York. They've done their part, consistently put in that work, learned the industry, learned the game, met people, made connections, opened doors, closed doors. So I really give you that big ups for putting those big names out there, and even inviting those names that want to get up there with New York City. Let's talk about surviving the pandemic, right? I mean, everybody's going through it. How are you surviving the COVID-19 pandemic? Are you staying safe, using like social distancing on a regular basis, washing your hands, wearing masks at all times? Are you doing your part? What up?
I'm doing my part, man, but it really sucks. Am I allowed to say that? It really, I mean...
You can say whatever you want. You could bleep it out. We might even not even bleep it out, but just talk. Go ahead.
This is our new normal, unfortunately, for now, but I'm hoping this will soon pass, because I'm tired of wearing those masks. I'm tired of it, I am taking the necessary precautions, wiping my hands, not touching my face, wearing the mask. Sometimes I wear the gloves. Shame on me, I should probably be wearing the gloves. Not now, we're not, but social distance is kind of tough, because I do work my 9-to-5 job, and we all are around each other. So, going to a break? What? Need me to look on it?
We're going to keep going. We do have the hand sanitizer. We had Jay Heath earlier here, just going along the journey, because we did get on a couple of trains, and we were practicing social distancing on the Amtrak on the way here. So wearing the masks, how do you feel about the state, mandating by law and enforcing it? You think it should be enforced?
Listen, we all want to be safe out there. I don't think they really want to force it on people, but they're doing that because it's necessary, because people are dying. Now, we had a discussion about that. You don't think those numbers are really accurate. Right. They're not really true, but whether it is or not, we all have to...
I think there's a little gray area, that's all. I mean, It is happening. I mean, 2020 has been a really hard year. I mean, it doesn't matter. This is painful for every one of us. You know what I'm saying?
You're watching iPower 2. Get iPower 989 or iPower 2 on any device. Watch or listen anywhere in the New York tri-state area. Video or radio on demand. Available on YouTube or TuneIn Radio. Also, log on to our official website at iPower1FM.com. iPower is always on 24/7. Download now.
You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Scheindlin. The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final. This is Judge Judy.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready.
go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach re-employment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
Everybody out there do their part.
Yeah, everybody out there do their part. You know, you got to respect the other people. You got to respect the other people, even if you're not really into it. But you, if you see that they're, you know, that they prefer you to wear the mask, put the mask on. You know, if they prefer you not to be too close to them, then stay away from them. You know, we're trying to get through this peacefully. You know,
definitely respect through it, get through it. First, you know, you're one of the first artists from Boston to appear on iPower 98.9 FM back in 2007 when it was known as iPower 617 Radio. Rapper Travis Best was the first artist from New York to appear on that the same year. You do remember that? Okay.
Well, there was Travis Best, but there was also a couple other, my brother's Keith is there, D-Nation was there. He's an artist from Boston. He was there, a couple other guys. And at that time, I was really like the underdog in that room. Like everybody, I was like, yo, I really need to get my stuff together. I had my music out, but it was like overwhelming. Like you had all these other artists in there that was more established. Here I am. I'm still kind of the underdog. But I'm doing my thing even more. Social media helped me with that. Putting my music on all platforms. So yeah, what it was like then was like, it's kind of overwhelming. It was exciting, but it was overwhelming at the same time. Shout out to DeMarco for giving me that opportunity, that break to have my music played on a radio show, you know?
Absolutely. No, this whole quarantine has given us all an opportunity to sort of bring out the best in us and all of us around us. So I definitely hear you on that. Riding on the MTA, New York City elevated subway lines, reminds you a little bit back in Boston, right there in the 80s. I know DeMarco loves that genius of a man. He is, you know, should the MBTA take it down, or should it be kept, like here in New York City, by renovating it? What do you think about that?
You know, Boston right now, they're always looking to make changes. Some is good, some change is good that they're making, and then some that's not so good. So I mean, I think they should, but we both know that they're not. They're not.
I mean, it would take a humongous, it would be bigger than the Big Dig. You know what I mean? Just wipe out all the rails. I mean, realistically, it would be nice to have some elevated, you know, like we're seeing here right now. You know, visually, I think that's pretty cool. So
Big Dig was a big mess. We know that. They took a lot of money and got really nothing done. I'm sorry, Boston. You got nothing done. You barely got anything done.
Hey, the governor, the mayor, hey, they did what they could. It was a big mess for a while, though. Before and after,
it's a little better now. It's a lot better now.
Yep. Shout outs.
Shout out to New York. All right. Shout out to Boston, people in Boston.
Yeah.
So many people to name right now. Yep. So I'm just gonna say shout out to anybody that's listening to this show. Shout out to DeMarco. Yep. Shout out to you, Mickey. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah.
And
I don't forget nothing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. We got more questions. I'm down.
All right.
I'm down. Let's answer.
All right.
I'm ready to answer.
Music genres throughout the years, and who are the artists you look up to growing up?
Wow. So let's start with gospel music. Mahalia Jackson, Aretha Franklin, which is a favorite of DeMarco's. before she started doing R&B or anything else, she was doing gospel music. So I grew up listening to gospel music first. Then eventually Teddy Pendergrass, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, the Jacksons, Michael Jackson as a solo artist. I don't want to leave any Temptations, Smokey Robinson. Let's say the whole Motown sound. Then, of course, reggae music, Bob Marley. Earth, Wind and Fire, of course.
You ride in that music wave, and you know me, Bob Marley. That's my favorite artist of all time. But you hit every every alphabet, every letter in the alphabet. I must say, the whole array of music that you just threw out there, and that gives you a little sense of the flexibility that D-Cee has. If anybody out there is into the 60s, 70s soul music, classic, he'll bond with you. He'll connect with you. A lot of people vibe with that type of music. So having that, that touch, an open mind is gonna bring a lot of people out, and hopefully, we're gonna get to interview them. So, Bobby Brown. Let's talk about Bobby Brown. In Harlem, New York celebrated Bobby Brown Day a couple years ago for a successful career in the music business. Right? Bobby Brown, Whitney. Why hasn't Bobby Brown been celebrated in Boston by having their own Bobby Brown Day in Roxbury, where he was born?
That is a good question. Why is Harlem the first? And shout out to Harlem for even doing that. But why isn't Boston doing that? Why isn't Boston doing that? Why isn't Boston doing that instead?
Bobby Brown,
you guys should be doing that for these guys. These guys are one of the, besides Aerosmith, and they are the one that they are probably, as far as group wise, in Boston to open the doors for a lot of these artists that's out there right now. Bobby Brown is a solo artist, have broken, opened many doors. So I don't understand why he doesn't get that. These are living legends we're talking about. Why doesn't he have that? I don't understand it.
It makes no sense to me neither. I mean, we could sit here and ponder and try to sit at that table with those decision makers. I'm down for a Bobby Brown Day in Roxbury. I mean, we got to definitely make that happen. It doesn't make any sense. We're going to come.
In his words, every little step you take, you should be making sure that you give him what he deserves. You should name a street after him. I know they named the park or something after them or something like that, but I think that was the whole group. I'm not sure, or Michael Bivins or whatever. But Bobby Brown does not have his own personal sign anywhere or anything, or any day. The Bobby Brown Day should have it.
I hear you, man.
Or you can give back to the community. Why he's doing that? Why are they doing that? I don't get it.
All right. There's a lot more to say about that. He was very, very extremely influential in the music industry. The dancing, the whole energy he had, and we're gonna have to, make some moves on that. And you got my support. Anybody out there that wants to make that happen, I'm in. Traveling is wonderful, man. You know that when given the opportunity to go to major cities, New York, the tri-state area, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey. You met, right, a popular rapper from the Bronx. His name's My Son. And this was at the Kings Stop Killing Kings rally in Newark, New Jersey. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, it was obviously to stop the violence in the streets. So people, when you say that you guys don't worry about your own lives, when you say that if Black Lives Matter, why don't you guys? We do. And this is what they put together to stop the gang violence that is going on in the community, which happened to be Jersey. So my son came all the way from New York to Jersey to sit down with a couple of gang members and a couple of people in the community and the Nation of Islam and a couple other people to try to have a meeting on how to stop this. How can we make things better? How we're gonna make things better. So I marched with him. I didn't have the pleasure of interviewing him, but I did talk to him and said, listen, I came all the way here from Boston because what I was going to try to do is try to see if we have, it's going to take work and a lot of planning to try to do something like that in Boston. But yes, he's a very, he's not only just a talented rapper, but he's also an activist, and he cares about the community, he cares about us, he cares about our lives, and trying to make things better for us, as black men and black women, or so we can be better, for the world, and the world could kind of understand that we care about us, and we're not gonna let you guys dictate what happens to us. We have the final say, and one of those final says was to have us, that's why he came up with the Kings Stop Killing Kings, because of that, because he wanted the violence to stop.
Absolutely, and we're not going to get anything accomplished by being mean to each other or killing each other, you know what I mean? That's something that a lot of people feel alone on that when they're like, all right, we have a vision, and who do I surround myself with? If somebody hasn't told you today, you're doing your best. Sometimes people need that people around them that think the same as them, and that's that's a whole spreading the love type thing. So maybe have him on the show, reach out to him, and put that work in, because that's what we need out here. We need unity. We got to keep uniting. So that's one of the things that I definitely respect about individuals like yourself having that drive to bring people together.
Get connected on our social media at iPower One Radio for radio and TV news and updates. Stay connected with iPower One. There's always something interesting while on transportation.
See the best in the tri-state area.
The iPower 2, travel on the rails, moving forward. New York's iPower 989 FM is always on. Log on to our official website, iPower989NewYork.com, or download TuneIn Radio from any app store. Now available. Listen anytime or anywhere, 24/7.
Taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Don't forget, you've got a job to do today.
Hey, Mom. I got the job. Thanks. Got the job. Welcome aboard.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job
job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does. And like that, you're a job creator.
Yeah. Yeah. I got that that'll get you. Well, follow me if you wanna get higher. So come along if you wanna get higher. You know I got that fire. Come on. I got that that'll take you higher. So follow me if you wanna get higher. So come along and you all get higher. You know I got that fire. Check it. This that I'm on, you don't need no cush. It's like Operation Get It Together. Push it to the limit. Is that you adrenaline rush? Is that high energy that you just can't touch? And some of y'all just touch me. I stay in my own lane. My thought process get you higher than an airplane. I'm lyrically insane. The lyrical, spiritual, political rebel. I'm so complex, y'all can even get on my level. I'm so hot, I even have words with the I got to release and let it go. Before I come, you could already hear my echo. It would take eternity for you to stop my flow. So come take a ride with this vet. It's getting you higher than the Air Force jet. So light it up, cause I got that fire. Brace yourself, people, and let's get higher. I'm gonna take you higher than ever before. If you want more, I got rhymes galore. So get higher and let your mind soar. Yes, I get you lifted, young, black, and gifted. I'm taking you higher. I'm trying to blow up my empire. Check it. I got that it'll take you higher. So follow me if you wanna get higher. So come along and let's all get higher. You know I got that fire. Come on, I got that it'll take you higher. So follow me if you wanna get higher. So come along and let's all get higher. You know I got that fire. Check it. I can get you high like outer space. I can interact with my people face to face. We're trying to move the crowd in any type of place. I keep higher for the whole human race. So it's back to the hood again, back to the block again. I'm harder than I ever been. And it just don't stop, and it just don't quit. To my casket drop, I'm high off life. Hip hop's my wife. Lord, I'm staying faithful, Lord, I'm thankful. I refuse to fold up. I stay so high, so just hold up. All my positive energy kills my enemies. I get higher. I spit my soul through the wire. Watch me give them that fire. So come along and let's all get higher. Keep your hands high and touch the sky. Oh, got that. It'll take you higher. So follow me if you wanna get higher. So come along and let's all get higher. You know I got that fire. Come on, I got that. It'll take you higher. So follow me if you wanna get higher. So come along and let's all get higher. You know I got that fire. D-Cee, iPower. We got the power. Say it. D-Cee, iPower. We got the power. Lord, protect us in our final hour. Yes. Higher, y'all. Higher.
So, any last shout outs that you want to give?
Shout out to my family. Shout out to my mother, for keeping me grounded. This is the month actually that I lost my father to he had a heart attack. He's been gone since 2018, so RIP to my father. But my mother has had been there. Shout out to my uncle that stepped up after my father died, and he's being there more than he was before. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my sisters.
My condolences.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes.
And
brothers, sisters, aunts, cousins,
and my brothers and sisters of the world too. My brothers and sisters, black, white, Puerto Rican, doesn't matter who you are. Let's spread the love. Shout out to everybody in the world. I hope everybody is tuning in. It's time for unity. That's all I got to say. It's time for unity, y'all. It's time for unity.
Very, very, very well said. You wrapped up the show just like that. Till next time, I always like to end the show with a quote or whatever. This quote is something like this: "Be the first you, and not the second somebody else." And that was by Clinton Sparks. So shout out to him as well. So you wrapped that up nicely, brother. The chicken wing too. So thank you for coming out. Well said. And that's a wrap.
Peace out, everybody. It's your boy D-Cee. I'm out.